Richard Saul Worman was born in 1935. He was trained in architecture at the University of Pennsylvania, earning his graduate degree in 1959. He has been awarded several grants from the National Endowment for the Arts, a Guggenheim Fellowship, 2 Graham Fellowships, 2 Chandler Fellowships, and the Chrysler Design Award in 1996. In 1991, he received the Kevin Lynch Award from MIT and was honored by a retrospective exhibition of his work at the Axis Design Gallery in Tokyo, Japan, on the occasion of their 10th anniversary. Early in his degree, he coined the term information architect, which is the art of expressing a model or concept of information used in activities that require explicit details of complex systems. He quotes that, used in the words of architect of foreign policy, I mean architect as in the creating of systematic, structural, and orderly principles to make something work, the thoughtful making of either artifact or idea or policy that informs because it is clear. Worman views architecture as the science and art of creating an instruction for organized space. He sees the problems of gathering, organizing, and presenting information as closely analogous to the problems as an architect faces in designing a building that will serve the needs of its occupants. The architect must ascertain those needs. For example, you must gather information about the needs, organize the needs into a coherent pattern that clarifies their nature and interactions, and design a building that will, by means of its rooms, fixtures, machines, and layout, flow of people and materials, and meet the occupants' needs. The TED conferences that Worman created and chaired from 1984 until 2002 did much to initiate and nurture improved relations between the design community and business leaders. The TED is a nonprofit devoted to ideas worth spreading. It started out as a conference bringing together people from 3 worlds: technology, entertainment, and design. Since then, its scope has become even broader. Along with 2 annual conferences, the TED Conference in Long Beach and Palm Springs each spring, and the TED Global Conference in Edinburgh, UK each summer. TED includes the award-winning TED Talks video site, the Open Translation Project, and TED Conversations, the Inspiring TED Fellows and TEDx programs, and the annual TED Prize. The 1920-21 project highlights the increasing urbanization of our planet, with 19 cities of 20 million or more people in the 20th century. He is working on a series of television programs called Cities, Understanding the Way We Live, to highlight the move toward greater urbanization around the globe. As part of the project, which includes Worman, John Kamen, and Jack Dangermond as partners, the group is using comparative analysis to understand the urban patterns. Interesting patterns emerge when analyzing the metrics of a city, where divisions of geography such as hills or neighborhoods provide distinct patterns of citizens that also affect transportation and other elements that all affect the quality of life. Part of the vision of 1920-21 is the idea of an urban observatory where the information will be organized centrally so that we can all realize that we're not a planet of countries, but a planet of cities. The creation of a common metric and a means to view each city and compare them in a standard template will help people understand issues of sustainability. Each of his 81 books focuses on some subject or idea that he personally had difficulty understanding. Richard Saul Worman notes that information anxiety is produced by the ever-widening gap between what we understand and what we think we should understand. It is the black hole between data and knowledge, and it happens when information doesn't tell us what we need or want to know. In the book, Information Anxiety, Richard Saul Worman takes a matter-of-fact approach to describing information design both at a high level and a micro level. He explains how information anxiety affects both the individual and the world. Information has become the driving force in our lives, and the ominous threat of this ever-increasing pile demanding to be understood has made most of us anxious. It happens when information doesn't tell us what we want or need to know. He takes both a structured, practical approach to designing information and a creative, free-flowing approach.